Do you know that you are entitled to healthcare insurance as soon as you pay your tuition fee to go study in your chosen university in the United Kingdom? Do you know this? Do you want to know more? If you're interested in knowing more about this topic, you're in the right place. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
You know the way I do it when I drop lyrical. Anytime I spit lyrical, philosophical. All the niggas mimical, but they stare still on taking literal. Punchlines collateral. Maximum damage.
Hello, my people. Hello, Chronics. Hello, YouTube. How on a day? How is everybody doing today? You having a good day? Now, like I said in the introduction, do you know that when you pay your tuition fee to go study in England, in Scotland, in Wales, in Ireland, you're entitled to healthcare insurance? So the tuition fee you pay has a surcharge or has a hidden charge that covers your health. So it's sort of insurance. So when you fall ill, or maybe you want to have your tooth checked, or maybe you want to have your eyes checked, you have cover. Now I'm going to tell you a short story of what happened to me in England, so you know how I got to find out about the insurance cover. So I remember I told you in one of the videos I did in the past, a couple of videos back, I told you about going out for drinks with some of my friends in Northampton. I think what happened was I was the top performer on the day, on that Friday, for the insurance company I worked for, and that was the first time I got that title. So I was very happy, and my friends and I decided to hit the town, go to 1 or 2 clubs in town. So we had pre-drinks, which is the tradition in the United Kingdom. So I went out, bought a bottle of Famous. My friend Tom and my friend Chris, which are both white guys, went out and both bought a bottle each of Famous. So we came back to Chris's apartment and we had pre-drinks. We finished all 3 bottles. It was brutal. It was bad. Now I remember watching a comedy skit by one of those popular comedians, and he said, do not go out, do not go drinking with white people because they drink anything. I just saw, for some strange reason I knew this. For some strange reason I knew this, but I still went out and I went drinking together. I was smashed even before I hit the cab, even before we got off and stood in front of the club. I was gone. So I got off the cab. The bouncer saw me and he must have known that this guy is gone. His nut is out of it, and he wouldn't let me get into the club. And my 2 friends looked at me and said, "Fuse, you alright? You okay?" And that was it. And they went into the club and they left me outdoors. I was gone. I think the last thing I remember before I passed out or before I blanked out was my 2 palms were on my knee and I was bent over, like I was asking myself, how did I get here? So, but I passed out. And when I came to, I was in the ER. Now ER stands for emergency room. I was in the ER and it was all white. For some strange reason, I thought I was dead and I was in heaven. So I saw the nurse and I asked the nurse, am I in heaven? And she started laughing. She went out and she called 2 other nurses and they came in and they asked me, can you run that by me again, love? That's what they said. And I repeated it like a fool. I was like, am I in heaven? And they all busted out laughing. They were all laughing. But in the end, when I wanted to pay, I think what they did was detoxify my system and drained all the alcohol from my system. And when I wanted to pay for the treatments, they asked for my student card. I didn't quite know how they knew I was a student, but later I was to find out how they knew. So I showed them my student card and they said, oh, you good, you're right. And I'm like, what does that mean? And they said, you're covered by your university. So that's how I knew that I had health care insurance cover. You get it? So maybe I'll just finish this story just for banter. So when I left the hospital, I got on a cab. I think it was either AA cab or bounce cabs. I'm not quite sure which I got in at the time. I got into the cab, got to my flat, and I was to learn my second lesson. When you drink alcohol, you don't take water after. You don't take water after. You don't do that. Why? Because your system is already concentrated. Water is a weaker solution. Like law of osmosis, the substance is always moved from region of higher concentration to lower concentration. So your stomach is already concentrated, and when you drink water, which is a weaker solution, is coming down. The conc solution in your stomach is going to rise up to meet the water, and that the product is, or the end product is, you throwing up. So I threw up all over the bathroom, and so it was horrible. So it was the next day that my friend Shegun called me and told me that they saw me on the street. I was already passed out on the street floor, and the police picked me up and put me in the trunk of the car, and they wanted to take me to the police station. He was the one that told them to stop, that he knew me. I was his friend. We're course mates in in university together and stuff like that. So that was how they took me to the hospital instead. That was how the nurses knew that I was a student. That's why they asked for my student card. So one lesson, or lesson one: when you go out, always go out with a chaperone. Always go out with friends. It might help you, like Shegun helped me. Number two, you have healthcare insurance. Now, I don't mean because you have healthcare insurance, you go live a wild lifestyle out there. You need to live a life of caution, or live life with caution. Okay, so if you're going out to study in the United Kingdom, you just need to know that you have a healthcare or health insurance cover. So just in case there's some, I don't know, in eventuality and you need to go to the GP or you need to go to the hospital, you are covered. Okay, so I want to believe that this video was helpful to someone out there who is planning on going out, maybe to live in the UK, to study in the UK, or to work in the UK. Why don't you show me that you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you by going down there and smashing this subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, so that when we drop future videos, we drop content every day. So every day we drop a video. So when we drop these videos, you're notified and you can catch up with our content. Give this video a thumbs up if you really enjoyed this content or other contents that we usually release regularly. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is up there. It's Fuse Chronicles. If you have inquiries or any questions, feel free to slide into my DMs. I'm at your disposal. I'm ready to answer any question you might have, or if I don't have the answer, I definitely know someone who is going to be in a position to answer your questions. Okay? So I want you, and you all out there to be good, to be safe. Until the next one. Bye bye for now.